Acnologia. We all know him as one of, if not the strongest character within Fairy Tail. This man requires no introduction whatsoever. There are so many questions circulating throughout the Fairy Tail community about Acnologia, seeing as, well, we really haven't gotten much character development for him. He really only became a somewhat major character back in Tartarus. Yes, people did talk about him every so often after he was introduced, I think back in like Tenro, but he's really only been on the spotlight within the past 2 arcs. There are so many theories about Acnologia, theories ranging from his past to just his ultimate power level. I myself personally have made 2 videos on Acnologia, and today I am back at it again with a 3rd one. Now, today I want to discuss about Acnologia and how he became a dragon. Now, within Fairy Tail, it's kind of a myth, if you will, that Acnologia bathed in the blood of his dragon after slaughtering it, and thus becoming a dragon. Personally, I think this is a myth and will only ever be a myth. I don't see any factual backstory behind this. It simply just made no sense to me when this was revealed to us. So today I want to share what I personally believe happened that made Acnologia capable of turning into a dragon alongside with maintaining his human form. To start this theory off, I want to bring up why Igneel and all the other dragons left their Dragon Slayers on July 7th, 777. Holy shit, that's a lot of 7s. Anyways, if you don't remember, it was actually to create antibodies within the Dragon Slayers. So basically, that way the Dragon Slayers would not end up turning into actual dragons. Now, during the Tartarus arc, while the dragons were in the process of this, Acnologia made an appearance. Before dying, Igneel said he always wanted to kill Acnologia. This is my personal opinion as to why Igneel made an appearance, because he wanted to kill Acnologia. He had hatred for Acnologia, he just wanted to take him out right there. He had the desire to just claw Acnologia to death. Nevertheless, so if Acnologia had made an appearance like he did within Tartarus, I honestly doubt Igneel would have made an appearance either. Nevertheless, so Igneel and all the other dragons were in the process of making dragon antibodies within the Dragon Slayers' bodies, so basically that way they didn't end up turning into dragons themselves, as I said before. Now, backtracking to Acnologia for a bit. The myth, as I said before, is that Acnologia killed his dragon, proceeded to bathe in its blood, and then became a dragon himself with the capability of switching into his human form. Now, as I said before, I highly doubt this myth really has any truth to it. However, I do believe that Acnologia killed his dragon that taught him Dragon Slayer magic. I don't believe really anything else about this myth. With Igneel revealing that he was creating dragon antibodies within Natsu's body, that way Natsu doesn't become a dragon himself, it's now quite obvious that without dragon antibodies, the Dragon Slayers actually run the risk of turning into full-fledged dragons. Now, applying this to Acnologia, I personally believe it's possible Acnologia killed his dragon before he was capable of making the antibodies and then went on to become a dragon himself. In a way to reword that, I believe that Acnologia's Dragon Slayer magic took over to a certain extent and caused him to transform into a full-fledged dragon. But it's obvious he still had the capability of transforming back into a human. That's what I personally think caused Acnologia to become a dragon, not any bullshit myth that is, like, where he's just bathed in the blood of a dragon, although I don't doubt Acnologia would do such a thing. This theory just seems more logical, let's be honest here. Now, backtracking a little bit to Igneel and Natsu. Igneel said he was in the process of creating dragon antibodies within Natsu when Acnologia made his appearance back in Tartarus. Using the principles of simple context, this means Igneel never finished creating the dragon antibodies before dying. So, if this is true, I personally think we could see Natsu turn into a full-fledged dragon. However, I do think this would be separate from his Aetherius form. You may be asking if I think that the other Dragon Slayers such as Gajeel, Wendy, Sting, Rogue, and just all the others are capable of actually turning into full-fledged dragons, like I believe Natsu is. Now, the simple answer to that is no. Their dragons are still alive, and I personally think that we saw them leave in Tartarus to return back to their bodies to continue the process of creating antibodies. On the other hand, we have Igneel who died, therefore he can't create any more antibodies within Natsu. So Natsu runs the risk of turning into a full-fledged dragon, which would be absolutely fucking insane. Nevertheless, that's about it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Support has been absolutely insane. If you guys could do me a favor by leaving a like, that would mean a lot to me. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and subscribe already. What are you waiting for? Just do it. This is the best channel on the face of YouTube. Well, not exactly. As well, go ahead and sound off in the comment section below. Tell me your guys' opinions on this theory. I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next theory video. Peace.